Hey everyone, Jody Adams here. It's Sunday afternoon. What's everyone doing? I live in West Virginia. It's getting a little cold here, so just going to give people a second to hop on. Today we're going to be going over turmeric, which I was super excited when they released, when Dr. Hill actually got up there and released the turmeric essential oil. I'm just going to invite some people before we get into this. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you hop on here, give me some love, say hi, tell me where you're from, what you're doing this afternoon. Hope you're staying warm. I can hear the wind outside. It's a little crazy. I live up on a hill, so the wind is really strong today. But let's get into turmeric essential oil. Like I was saying a little bit a second ago, I was super excited when Dr. Hill actually got on stage and released turmeric. I knew my mom would be super happy about this because she's been wanting this oil for some time. So I'm just going to show you the bottle of turmeric. She always said, I honestly don't know why y'all don't have turmeric yet. So this is a very complex oil. When Dr. Hill got on stage, and said, hi, Christian, how are you this afternoon? What are you doing? So when he got on stage and said that this wasn't particularly one of his favorite oils, I thought to myself, okay, why is that? Never really been a huge fan of Indian food. I would go with some of my friends when they would want Indian food. I figured I could find something on the menu that I'd like. But instantly I'd get a headache. So I've never really, just the smells of all the spices in the Asian restaurants were just, I mean, it was just too overpowering for me. So I thought to myself, can I use this as an essential oil? And I actually can. I'm not crazy about the aroma, but I've been whoops, dropped the oil. I've been using it in my practice, and the benefits on my patients are just incredible. So I'll give you a little insight on what actually happened this past week. I was working on one of my patients, and they went into severe spasm, which in my professional opinion, it was coming from their lower back. And they, a lot of times when they get in those type of spasms, they say the only thing that will help them is mustard. So turmeric is actually what causes the mustard to be yellow, and also the spice to be yellow. So when you're cooking with those type of ingredients, so super cool. So if you didn't know that, that's what causes the mustard to be yellow. So, but topical use is going to be absolutely incredible. And we're going to dig into the best way to actually get the chemical components that you need out of the plant, and also from the essential oil, and where is the best place to find all the components that you actually need in your daily diet. So super awesome. So I find for me, the best way to take this is internally, but I urge you to do, the aromatic benefit by diffusing it and the topical applications. I'm starting to get used to the topical application. And I just love that I can use this essential oil because, again, I was scared to death that I would not be able to use it topically when I smell it. When we went over to the product showcase and I got to smell this oil, I instantly knew what Dr. Hill was talking about, how it's not one of his favorite oils, but the benefits just outweigh. And again, guys, it's about the benefits you're getting from these oils. It's not necessarily how good they smell or what have you. It's actually the benefits that you're actually receiving from these oils that are actually going to be incredible. So let's dig in to the benefits of turmeric essential oil. And I'm actually, if anyone is interested, I actually tried a new smoothie today. So it's super tasty, and I actually put some turmeric in it, and actually has tangerine in it too, which is, it's very important to get limonene, which is in all your citruses. So, and tangerine is the highest, it has 95% as far as limonene. So I chose to put the tangerine, and then also I added a few drops of the turmeric. So if anyone is interested in that recipe, I will post it. So I have some tropical fruit in here, some lemonade, and I also put some fresh orange juice in there as well, and the turmeric along with the tangerine. So I'll show you the bottle of tangerine. So here's the bottle of tangerine. Oh, let me put my thing down so I can actually show you the bottle of tangerine. There's the bottle of tangerine. Still can't master this, but there you go. There's the bottle of tangerine. So this is super incredible, and it allows you to get one of your servings of fruits. That's good. So let's dig into turmeric essential oil. So it helps support a healthy glucose and lipid metabolism. So it will work on your metabolism, and who can't stand to work on a healthy way to work on the metabolism. May enhance cellular antioxidant and enzymes. Both components, both components has been shown to increase so let's step back a little bit. The oil has two unique chemical components, and they're both, let me see if I can pronounce this right, tumerones. There are two different tumerones in the turmeric essential oil, and it's commonly known for their nervous system and emotional benefits. So when you think of emotional and nervous system, think of supporting the brain function and a healthy cellular response in the brain, as well as spinal cord. So super amazing for that. And, I was super excited too to learn that, because I wanted, for those of you who know my brother's brain injury, and I want to do anything to help support him naturally, anything that I can improve his life or help support in a natural way, I'm all for, because, this is why I do what I do, is because of my brother and my family. So let's talk about joint discomfort. You can, if your joints are hurting, your fingers, your elbows, your knees, back, the joints of the spine, hip joint, you have some swelling, and you want to really support that. Just take a couple of drops of the turmeric, put it in the palm of your hand with some fractionated coconut oil, or you can even use what you have at the house. It's all about finding what you have at the house. So literally just put a couple drops in the palm of your hand, rub together, and apply onto that area of discomfort. Another great thing to do is if you've had a strenuous workout and you want to help in muscle recovery, and so you can go work out the next day, and you really want to start a new regimen, then the turmeric essential oil after a workout is going to be absolutely fabulous too. So say you did your quads or your hamstrings and you really want to support that. So literally just take a couple drops, massage it into those quads or into those hamstrings, and really help on that recovery so you can really get at it the next day. So it soothes muscle tension. If you're anxious, another great thing to do is diffuse this oil. And I haven't actually diffused it yet because I'm trying to get myself used to the very unique aroma benefit of it. So, but one thing that I'm actually going to do is it's great for any type of woods, like frankincense, sandalwood, or any of the citruses. So you could put a drop of turmeric and then put the citruses in there, because they're also very uplifting to the human body. So if you've had a stressful day, just throw some of the citrus in there. One of my favorite ones to do is the grapefruit. I absolutely love the grapefruit. And since one of the benefits of grapefruit is to boost your metabolism, I like putting the two together as well. So cooking, you guys, I love cooking. So you can add it to scrambled eggs, rice. I like fried rice, so I like putting a couple drops in there. So it's a great way that I can get the benefits of turmeric because, like I said earlier, I struggle with actually going to the restaurants that is just, the herb and the cooking is just too overpowering for me. It gives me an instant headache. So, I'm pretty excited that this oil I can use and it doesn't cause me to have a headache. So super stoked about that. Or, it's so important to get your greens in. So you could throw a couple drops in your greens. So when you're sauteing, so it's super, you get your greens and then you add the benefit of the turmeric essential oil. So do I have anyone that actually has tried this in any food? Now, remember when you're cooking with the food, you want to add a healthy fat. So before you put it in, so it submerges into the whole dish. So before you put the turmeric, you don't want to drop it straight in because if you take a bite of, like, say, your greens and you have one spot of essential oil, it's going to be very overpowering. So literally take some healthy fat, like avocado oil, olive oil, whatever you choose, and literally just put it in a dish, put a drop of the turmeric essential oil, shake it up, and let it kind of submerge into that healthy fat, and then put it into your dish. So super incredible that way. Or at the end, what you can do is toss it, like sprinkle it over top, like say the greens or the fried rice or whatever you choose that you're trying to get something healthy in. Hey, Drusilla, how are you today? What are you getting into? So I want to give a couple fun facts about the turmeric essential oil. So this is sourced by men and women in India and Nepal. So the harvesting, what the women actually do is sort the different grades. So like similar to what they do over in Somalia with frankincense. So how cool is that? And sometimes the farmers actually use it as another source when they're planting they add other crops. So they plant aside other crops like sugarcane and also corn. Not only does that protect the turmeric, it ensures a better income because they're using one piece of soil for more crops. And so therefore they're getting more income, but they're also providing an insurance for their crop. So by doing this, it helps get rid of less likely to grow weeds and runoffs. So super awesome as far as that. So I'm going to go into a little bit more in depth because, a lot of people ask, do I do the root? Do I do the supplement? I've heard that it's hard to absorb the supplement. Or do I do the essential oil? Or how do I find a really pure essential oil? So I'm going to go into more detail on that. And I made some notes for you guys. So literally, turmeric is actually in the family of the ginger family. And turmeric has, like I talked, it has a variety of different compounds, and it has protein, carbohydrates, and fibers. So the two main components that we want to look at and that we've heard so much health benefits from is the curcumins and the tumenoids. So the curcumins has been known for its antioxidant properties and the ability to actually support a healthy inflammation response in the human body. So, however, the curcumin has large water solubles molecules that really don't readily absorb in the body. So that's why you hear a lot of people actually use black pepper to get it to absorb better in the body. So the tumoroids are also supportive to the body naturally, the inflammatory response, as well as a function to the nervous system, as I talked about earlier. So, but the tumoroids have tiny fat-soluble molecules, which really absorbs into the bloodstream. So to go into even more detail, so there's 3 different types of forms of the turmeric: the extract, the essential oil, and the botanical. So which form do we want? Does anyone know which form do we want? So I'm going to break it down a little bit more. The botanical is the raw plant, like different parts of the plant, such as the root, the stem, or the leaf. Okay, so the percentage of the curcumins and the tumoroids in the botanical form is relatively small in comparison to the other compounds. So the second form is the CO2 extract of turmeric, which is going to have more of the curcumins and ends up in the final product. However, the tumoroids content is going to be much higher in the essential oil. Unfortunately, turmeric extracts contains higher amounts of the coumain. Your body isn't able and capable of absorbing them without some other form of help. So as I talked about earlier, you may have heard people consuming, taking black pepper or a supplement with black pepper in them to actually facilitate the absorption of the curcumins. So the tumoroids is extracted through a steam distillation, and its compound is mostly the curcumins. So roughly, okay, so what is the best way? Okay, so the essential oil is going to have just all the tumoroids in them. So fortunately, okay, you need them both, okay, and you need to have access for absorption in both. So, and doTERRA, I mean, they rock. They want to make sure that you have access to get all of those in the body. So if you are taking the Deep Blue supplement, the polyphenol complex, then you're going to get the curcumin ingredients in there, and also the alpha CRX is actually going to have that as well. So if you're using the turmeric and both of these products, which the CRS, the alpha CRS, is actually in the LLV, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is absolutely incredible, and I highly recommend getting on that if you're not, because it is, doTERRA sees it as a like a food source. Because how many of us, honestly guys, you know, how many of us are getting like 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day? I know the way I work, I mean, I work on 8 people a day, you know, 7 or 8 people a day. And I know, I mean, truthfully, I know that it is so hard for me to get the proper veggies and fruits that I need in my diet, as well as protein, just because of my work schedule. And how many of us have crazy work schedules? Come on, I want to see some hands raised. I mean, I know that there's a lot out there that have crazy work schedules. Families pull and tug you in every possible direction. So for me, not that I mean, anyone that knows me personally, not that I needed more energy, but for me, when I started this, you know, literally it gave me so much more energy, because I'm getting that supplementation that I need. Because really, guys, our soil isn't what it used to be. I mean, as I helped my dad, you know, just growing up, in this last year he had spinal surgery, so I had to pitch in a lot more to help him with the garden. And we change crops, we fertilize, we use manure tea. I mean, we do everything we can to protect our soil. But do we really know what we're getting when we go to the grocery store? I mean, how many fruits and vegetables are in there? You know, what are the minerals that we're getting? I mean, guys, do we really know what we're eating? I mean, even, you know, I know that what we plant, I mean, is a better source because of how we take care of the ground. But how do we know, you know, do we know that the farmers are doing the same thing? So how many of y'all know if the farmers are doing the same thing? So that's why I urge you all. The LLV is absolutely incredible to actually do. My mom, I have to tell you a funny story. My mom is actually amazed that I'm taking supplements, but I've seen a huge difference. I was that child, and mom's always been huge in vitamins, and I was that child that put them in my pocket and either put them down the toilet or they went through the washing machine, or truthfully, the dogs got them. So the dogs were healthy. So, but I'm telling you, I mean, I see a huge difference. And to know that we're getting the proper supplementation, because our food source just isn't what it used to be. Again, we look at this as a food source so that our body actually functions more effectively. And if we have the proper food source, then our oils are going to work so much more effectively. I mean, the oils are absolutely amazing. What's in this little bottle, you just have to open them up and smell them and start using them. I mean, and even if you all don't know how to use them, I mean, literally you can like take whatever oils you have, make sure there's doTERRA, and literally close your eyes and pick one and just apply it. Put it on the bottom of your feet. You know, put it on the back of your spine. You know, put it on your neck. Just take a couple deep breaths in. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just open that bottle. If you bought some oils and you're not using them, guys, I don't want you to buy a bottle of oil from anyone if you don't open it up and use it. I mean, we got to get this incredible, what's in this bottle. It's incredible. I mean, it's Mother Nature. So it's plant-based. So we just got to open it up. Even if you don't understand the chemical constituents and how it's functioning and how it's working, it's okay. Just open it up. Get those citruses in your water, but make sure that it's a pure essential oil. Okay, guys? And make sure that they do third-party testing, and, make sure you know what you're actually getting in your body. So, and definitely, I'm an ex-soccer player. So I take this Deep Blue supplement on a day-to-day basis, just to prevent, my clients and my patients, they need me to stay, functioning and out of pain so that I can help them. I've been doing this for 20 years, and it's a lot of you massage therapists, I'm sure I have a lot of friends out there that are massage therapists. You all know how hard and demanding massage therapy is on the human body, and mechanics is important, working out is important, stretching, and the proper supplementation is so important. So I actually take one of these Deep Blue supplements every day, and then if I'm really go a little crazy on my workouts, I just up it. So if you have any questions about any of these products, just let me know. And I'll talk about this a little bit later, because this video is getting a little lengthy because I love to talk, because I'm just so passionate about helping as many people as possible. But I did a little experiment, and I'll touch on it a little bit later, because one of my patients said, honestly, I just don't take any supplements, because I did a little experiment. I went to GNC or Healthy Food Mart or wherever, and got what they thought was a really good vitamin or supplement, and they put it in water, and it took 9 days to dissolve. Guys, 9 days. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take some, I have to tell a little bit. I'll take some cold water and just throw this in it. And literally, I left the house and was doing some shopping, and when I came back, it was dissolved. So super incredible. And if anyone is interested, I'll post those pictures. But so you really need to know, if you are taking any supplements, you really need to know how, what are they, do they dissolve? And remember, this was cold water, so our body temperature is hotter. So therefore, it's going to dissolve even more effectively in the human body. So know what you're putting in your body, no matter what it is: food, supplementation, oils, whatever it is, water. Know what you're putting in your body and do the best, be the healthiest you could possibly be. But again, if you have any questions or you want my lovely new smoothie recipe, incredible, just let me know. Give me some love. Let me know that you love my video. Share it. And if you want to know about any other oils, please touch bases with me. I want to make sure that I didn't leave out anything. Again, guys, the turmeric essential oil is going to be great on the nervous system. It's going to enhance the cellular response. Great for antioxidants. A nice little summary. It supports a healthy inflammatory response within the body as well. But again, you want all forms. You don't want just one form of the turmeric. You want all forms of the turmeric. So do your research and figure out what is the best source. And if you would like to get started, what I'm going to actually do is post the links to the different products that I talked about, and I'll send my website. So if you're interested, just hit on that link. And if you have any questions, I would love to assist you in your journey to wellness and to be the healthiest person you can possibly be. And again, you know, it's Sunday. Have a great afternoon. And I will be back later. And if you want to know even more in depth about essential oils, I have two different groups. One is people that aren't on my team, and the other one is teams. So we go into a lot more depth in my team page. And for any of my team members that are watching, I'm actually looking for a volunteer to do a live demo on some oil treatments. So you will get a free protocol, and those of you that lay to my table know what I'm talking about. And those that you don't, feel free to hit me up and leave me a message, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. So looking for a free volunteer. You'll get that free oil treatment. And until next time, again, guys, it's getting cold outside. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you're into. Tell me what your favorite hobbies are. Do you love to work out? What do you love to eat? Just tell me a little bit about yourself. And if you have any questions, let me know. So have a great evening. Thanks. Oh, I just love these live videos. Bye.